Try.
Hi guys. Hello Tammy. Hi Purple. Hi Stacy Angela TV. We go back. We go way back. Like what did I say in the last video? I said we go way back, like wave cats and Cadillacs or something like that. Hi Mama. Thanks for rolling with me. You and I have been rolling for almost 20 years. Actually, probably 22 years, Mama. We've been rolling together. Thank you so much for still rocking with me. I appreciate you. All of my tribe members, all 514 of my tribe members. Listen, guys, we're growing. Woo. Drop a picture of Miss Lana Taylor with her fine self, okay? Now, I'll have you know that Lana Taylor is a Caucasian woman, okay? Here on this channel, we are going to be looking at women from a very diverse group. Women all shapes, sizes, socioeconomic backgrounds, because if you haven't realized it already, on this channel, we are looking at woman, okay? And I want to be able to do it in such a way that from an Elder Eden's perspective, because you see, Elder Eden, when she would take the women of the village, she would take the women of the village to her compound. Elder Eden knew that she had to get the girls where they were. Where they were. She had to meet them where they were. So when she got them from the village, they came to her so that the elder could help refine them. Elder Eden's position in the lives of the girls were to help refine the women based on what they had experienced in their life and where they were. They went to her so she could help chip away the broken pieces and help refine them to prepare them for marriage. So when she sent them back to their homes, these women were ready to be married. They were trained on how to be a wife. They were trained on how to be the woman of the house. They were trained that way. They didn't come to her already ready to be wives. They came to her because that's what she was doing. She was preparing them for a phase of their life that would get them ready for the rest of their lives. So Elder Eden knew that each girl that came to her, okay, she knew that they were going to come with different personalities. They were going to come with different backgrounds. They were going to come. Some of them were going to be rougher than others. Some of them were going to be easier to train than others. But she had to meet them where they were. Her whole purpose in the story of Asanahood is that there has to be a woman responsible for helping women become, okay? So when they went to Elder Eden, she helped refine them. Elder Eden knew that every woman was different, okay, as far as to what her experience was like. And you'll find that on this channel, we are approaching womanhood from that perspective. This is why a JT, we can look at her to see if there's a little glimmer of femininity in there. This is why we can look at Young Miami to see if there's a little bit of femininity in there. This is why we are able to have both Dorothy Dandridge and JT on the same channel talking about femininity, because from Elder Eden's perspective, the woman is going to be as she is based on what she's experienced. And so she goes to Elder Eden so Elder Eden can prepare her for the next half of her life. I hope that makes sense. So hear me again. We can have women. How many women have we had on here? We have had so many different kind of women on this channel, and that's why I love what we have here, guys. I really love it because it really shows that you don't have to be prim and proper to possess characteristics of femininity. You don't have to be you know pop my collar. You don't have to be elegant to possess femininity, okay? The whole purpose of the book, the whole purpose of this channel is to meet women where they are and to give them the secrets of the ancient so that they can refine themselves and become who they choose to be, okay? That's the purpose of this channel. That's why we have Lana Taylor on here, because I want to go deep for a second, okay? When I said earlier that there is nothing new under the sun, trust me, there's nothing new under the sun. Lana Taylor was married 8 times, okay? She was married 8 times, a beautiful, gorgeous, fantastically beautiful woman. I mean, she was rumored to be dating Clark Gable, okay? We all know who Clark Gable is. Oh, well, if you're young, you may not know. The women out there who are my age, brilliantly bankable. I believe you're around my age. I might be a little bit older than you, but you might know who Clark Gable is, okay? So she was rumored to be dating Clark Gable. There's this situation that happened. I'm going to play a video for you guys, but I want you guys to hear where I'm going in this, okay? Lana Taylor was that woman that other women feared. Hear me. Women have a hard time digesting other women who are completely in their feminine. I am the kind of girl now, I don't believe I was this way before, but I'm the kind of girl that checks her teeth to make sure there's no lipstick on it. I'm the kind of girl that adjusts her hair. So if I'm sitting on my ponytail, because normally it's probably 40, 50 inches, I'm that extra, okay? I might be fixing my ponytail or flipping my hair or I'm the kind of girl that shakes up my hair, to make sure that it's big enough, and I'm adjusting myself or crossing my leg at the ankle. Like right now they're crossed, depending upon whether or not I have on a dress or pants. But other women can see that. They could view that. Other women who are viewing a woman being a woman, fixing her hair, adjusting her clothes, making sure she's straight, fixing her teeth, blotting her makeup. Okay, I'm the blotting her makeup kind of woman. Yes, I'm the reapply. I'm the reapplying my perfume, whether it be a solid or spray. I'm that girl. But what I want you guys to understand, while you're on your feminine journey, please understand that you are going to run into some trouble. For women who are, one, projecting, okay, two, are not used to, especially black women, being able to be aware of themselves, being self-aware of themselves externally, okay? We want black women to be feminine, but we want them to be quiet in their femininity. And so we can take another woman who is flipping her hair. But if you let a black woman flip her hair, oh, please don't let it not be her hair. And you're like, why are you flipping your hair? Not understanding that that is an external expression of a woman being completely aware of herself. If something is out of order, oh, I need to reapply. A woman who's doing that is a woman who is aware or self-aware. And there's nothing wrong. We need to embrace women being self-aware and be okay with it. But Lana Taylor was that woman who she blotted her makeup in front of other women. She made sure there was no lipstick on her teeth in front of other women. And she was self-aware that she made other women nervous as heck. Other women hated being in her space with their men because they knew that men like that. Women know what men like, okay, in a sense of other women. Never like what they need from them, but they'll notice it in another woman, or they'll notice another woman being a woman, and they'll notice the man noticing that, and that is fearful. So Lana Taylor had a situation, okay, where Clark Gable, in this case, who she claims she never really had a romantic relationship with her. They were just friends and they were very close, but his wife was not comfortable with the relationship at all. Clark Gable was married, okay? And Clark Gable and Lana Taylor were on set, okay? I don't know if they were in Rome. Where were they at? I don't know where they were exactly, where they were filming, but they were filming. And Clark Gable's wife found out that Lana Taylor was on set. That woman took a flight immediately, okay? She could feel the feminine energy from Lana Taylor all the way to where she was. And she's like, I got to get to my husband. Heck no, I got to get to that set. I got to my husband. His woman got on that flight. His wife got on that flight because she just had to be there. She had to see. She had to stop Lana from being Lana. Stop Lana for exuding that sensuality, that sexuality that she exuded, that was very attractive to men. And she just wanted to interfere or interrupt that. So as she's on the plane, the unfortunate thing for her is that plane crashed. That plane crashed. that plane crashed en route to intercede. She was trying to interrupt another woman's presence in front of her husband, and she got on that plane. And the unfortunate thing for her is that she did not make it. The plane crashed. Unfortunate story. But behind that story, the motivating factor was, I have to stop that woman from being a woman in front of my man. Okay? And a lot of women deal with this naturally, okay? And a lot of women deal with this naturally. It's very difficult for women to see other women being other women, like really, really being a woman, being feminine, being girly, being, especially women who possess that romantic side of femininity, okay? There you have the powerful side, the strong side, you have the soft, demure side, you have the romantic side, you have the sexually alluring side. Well, Lana Turner possessed all of that. So she had this very well-rounded version of what femininity looked like, okay? And women were afraid of her. I want you guys to know that. The higher you go up on your feminine journey, the more difficult it's going to be for you to relate to other women. But the elder also gives us rules, and she gives us ideas on how to handle that. Okay? But again, it's a journey. Anyway, back to Lana Turner. The woman that Clark Gable's wife, who didn't make it, of course. So it's a sad, unfortunate thing, because Clark Gable's wife is not the only wife that. It's a sad and unfortunate thing, but Clark Gable's wife, and her name is escaping me right now, but she wasn't the only woman who felt the feminine energy of a woman. Not, remember that video I did, and I said that a woman can be on one side of the store, but she can feel a woman on the other side of the store, and if her husband's on the other side of the store, that woman is coming. Okay, this is exactly what happened with Lana and Clark's wife, is that his wife felt that energy. She felt it, and she was like, not on my watch. And the unfortunate thing is that there was a disaster that happened, and it wasn't her fault that the disaster happened. I'm just saying that the result of her action to try to stop that from happening, the result is that she didn't make it. She didn't make it to either stop it, or she never made it to see her husband again, okay? Lana Turner, even up until her last interview, said that Clark and I never had anything going. We never had anything going. But it was the feeling that the wife had, because she knew that whenever Lana was around, men would go bananas, okay? They would just go bananas. She, and I want to play a clip for you, because before I play the clip, let me say this. Men have always liked younger women. This is going to ruffle some people's feathers, but listen to me. Men have always liked younger women in such a way that it can kind of lead on perversion, okay? Perversion, a little bit of pedophilia, if you ask me, okay? I did a video on that. All right, on why women needed to protect it. I believe that's what it was called, why women need to be protected, and how here in North Carolina a couple of years ago, you could marry a young girl at age 14. They just changed it to 16, but now they're trying to roll it back in North Carolina back to 14. That lets you know that people somewhere, someone is lobbying for men to be able to marry younger women, even in 2022. So men have always loved younger women, but Lana Turner became famous by walking down the street with her mother at age 16 with a sweater on, and someone saw her. They didn't see her face first and thought, oh my gosh, she's a beauty, let's put her in pictures. They saw her body first. They saw her top part first. And then they saw her face. And the guy there's a guy, I believe she says it in this video, who named her the sweater girl. She hated that name, because the sweater girl was it It was how he noticed her. He noticed her boobs and the sweater and started calling her Sweater Girl. And subsequently, a few other actresses like Jane Mansfield was later called the Sweater Girl because her boobs and how it looked in a sweater. Now, mind you, this woman was only 16 years old, where these people were lusting over, these men were lusting over her and her body through the sweater. And they put her in movies simply because she had an amazing body. This clip I'm going to play for you, she was on the Donahue show. And in the Donahue show, he makes a joke about her boobs or something, or the Sweater Girl. Listen to what Lana had to say about that. Go ahead, run that.
Oh, and here were these moguls out there with the blue suits and the money and the cameras. They knew what they were doing, but you didn't know what they were doing.
Not until I saw the sneak preview, and then I was embarrassed. The first time to be conscious of my body.
Yeah. That's got to goof up your head, though,
really,
or something.
It was shocking. It took me weeks, well, it took me years to get over it. And then, thanks to Mr. Walter Winchell, at least he claimed that he tagged me America's Sweater Sweetheart.
Well, as you can see, Lana told you how she felt about that. Now, of course, this is Lana in her older years. I like to show women what they look like at the height of themselves, and then, of course, what they look like when they are older. One, because I want women to understand that as beautiful as you are, of course, you're going to always be beautiful, but you are absolutely going to change. In some cases, we become unrecognizable with age. Of course, I don't look the same as I looked 20 years ago. None of us will. So enjoy your youth for as long as you have it. Even if you are a woman at 45, you better be the flyest, baddest woman at 45, because guess what? If you are blessed enough to make it to 65, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I could have enjoyed myself a little bit more at 45 because I looked amazing. I don't care what age you are, enjoy that age, because as you can see here in this interview with Lana Taylor and Donahue, she had aged. And that's a blessing to age, okay? And as graceful as she is, and she's still gorgeous, but you can definitely see the difference between Lana when she was younger versus Lana when she was older. I'm going to play another clip that I want you guys to see. And I'm playing this clip specifically from Lana and the same Donahue show. I'm playing it for you because I want you to understand something, okay? Nothing is new under the sun. Nothing, okay? In today's world, we have something very popular now called BBLs, and women are changing their bodies so that they can, be more attractive to men. And then now the men are saying, why are you guys doing that? We didn't ask for that. We never asked for that. Why are you guys doing that? We never asked for that. We don't want that. And you guys are doing that. And then I had one guy I saw say that, I don't mind if she got, the stomach sucked out. But I'm not into the chicken legs and the bubble butt. And I'm like, okay. So, but men are entitled to, what they want and what they deem as sexy and beautiful. But I want women to understand that women too can choose. Okay? In this clip, Lana is talking about how she's from a time where the body type, or what was considered beautiful during the height of her career, changed. Go ahead, run that, Lana. Let them know.
They're all mine. You wouldn't have had to say that in 1944, You know what I mean?
But you see, now something interesting, and we were discussing it with other people. I was just coming into an era that was just coming out of the smaller bosomed woman, like even Jean Harlow. Most of the actors had very small bosoms. Well, I was a normal 16-year-old, and I knew I had a body, but I was never made aware of it until that damn walk down.
As you can see, at the height of Lana's career, what was deemed as sexy, what was deemed as beautiful, towards the ending of her career, she began to age and things began to change, quote unquote. You see, the beauty standards are always changing. The beauty standards are always changing. This is the reason why Elder Eden is here. Elder Eden is saying, women, if you are changing yourself to fit the times, you are going to always be changing to fit the times, because the times are always going to be changing. In some cases, they're going to go back to where they were, the way they were originally. So Elder Eden shows women how to be completely themselves with the intangible things that gives the woman her power versus flip-flopping according to what the needs of the days are, okay? So I want you guys to learn that here from Lana, and learn it from what we're seeing today. As you can see with Kim Kardashian, go ahead, put a picture up there of Kim Kardashian now. All right, and then let's go ahead and put a picture of Kim Kardashian back then. Okay, so we have Kim Kardashian now, Kim Kardashian back then. Times change in a sense to beauty standards, okay? They're constantly changing, and if you are measuring your beauty based on what your beauty and your in your femininity and all of those things based on what the world says is okay, darling, you're going to be flip-flopping all the time. Put it in boobs, taking out boobs, putting in boobs, taking out boobs, putting in butt, taking out butt, putting in butt, putting in boobs, because the times are always flip-flopping and changing, and beauty standards change. But the elder is showing us that there's something deeper when it comes to true divine femininity, okay? You can be like Lana. So you can be like Lana, who was blessed to be married 8 times, 7 different marriages. But one of them happened because I believe the marriage that happened in Las Vegas, something about it wasn't real, so she had to redo the marriage. But she was married 8 times, 7 different guys. But the guy she really, really loved, she never got. She was able to draw the attention from all kinds of men, okay? All kinds of men. Even the man she wanted, she was able to draw the attention from him as well, but she was not able to capture his heart. She was not able to capture his heart. And that's why I believe in the community tab I posted that being desirable is just one piece. Being desirable is just one piece. Does the woman who's highly, a woman who's highly feminine, highly sensual, highly seductive, does she always get the man? No. That's the purpose of this channel. It's the purpose of my books. You don't always get the man that you want. Elder Eden says you're not going to always get the man you want. When Elder Eden told Asana to not be seduced by the prince, okay, what did she tell Asana to do? Okay? She said, do not allow your eyes to deceive you, okay? Don't allow your eyes to deceive you. She's telling her your eyes can deceive you because what you think you want is not necessarily what you need. So the man you want is not always the man you need. So yes, Lana had, 8 marriages, right? She had all of the things that men were looking for. An amazing body. She possessed the femininity level, and she was also classy and elegant. Okay, she was elegant, classy, but she also had a sense of surety about herself that men found attractive. She was confident, okay, when she would blot her makeup, okay, she was woman. But did she get the man she wanted? No. And why is that, Karima? Why was she not able to get the man she wanted when she was able to get all the other men? Well, because the elder tells us, listen, sometimes the man we want is not the man we need. And Lana had 8 marriages. Is it possible that the man she needed was within one of those? Possibly. But what's most important out of all of the lessons that the elder teaches us is that you pick your mate according to their personality types, according to your personality types. You match them up. You hope you get the best out of that, okay? Because nothing is going to secure, nothing is going to guarantee that that love is going to last forever. And I'm here telling you that if the love is fantastic for 15 minutes, let it be the best 15 minutes of your entire life. If it lasts for 2 years, let it be the best 2 years of your entire life. We get wrapped up in, is it going to be forever? Well, ask Lana. Well, you can't because she's passed on now. God bless her soul. By the way, Lana ended up dying. I believe she died. She lived a long life. Did she make it to 78? I believe she made it to age 78, and she died of oral cancer. She died of oral cancer. But anyhow, do women who are feminine always get the guy? Did Marilyn get the guy? There is no other woman on the planet more celebrated for her sensuality than Marilyn. There's no other woman celebrated more on the planet than for her ability to evoke in men or to raise the masculine energy than Marilyn. There's no other woman on the planet, although there were hundreds that there's some of them I put in the book and, that we never see, but in Hollywood, of course, that's mainstream, right? But there's no other woman that highly celebrated more than Marilyn. But what people don't ever look at is Marilyn never got the guy. Marilyn never got the guy, okay? She died lonely, heartbroken, and partly destroyed because they picked at her. The industry picked at her, okay? So she got the guy for a moment, but she never got the guy that she wanted. And we all know who that was, Mr. JFK. Anyway, Joe DiMaggio loved Marilyn. He loved Marilyn. He was also very controlling and all of those other things that I won't get into here. But Joe DiMaggio, Marilyn couldn't take him long enough, okay? Marilyn wanted to be free and get married to someone else, and so she, of course, Joe wasn't enough. But Joe was the one who would put flowers on her grave for years after she was gone. The man that she wanted actually wanted her dead. Okay? So the lesson today is to understand that being extra feminine, being the woman of a man's dreams, it doesn't mean that you're going to absolutely live, get the guy in the end. So if you listen to Elder Eden, what Elder Eden says, the objective of a sana is to not give a crap of whether or not she gets the guy at the end. What Asana's job is to be a woman, completely a woman, happy, confident in her skin and as she is. That's her job. Asana is not concerned about whether or not she's going to get the man, because just being herself is how she does it. Until next time, I want you to be empowered, to be inspired, and be well. Bye, guys.